Parrots, which are members of the Cetacidae family, can be in many different colors and sizes, but the common feature characteristic of all parrots is their strong, curved and sharply curved beaks, so much so that they can use their very strong beaks as feet to climb. In addition, the foot structure is also very characteristic. Having 4 fingers, 2 in the back and 2 in the front, is a feature that distinguishes parrots from other species. This structure of their feet allows them to grasp their food easily, and parrots are the only bird species that can use their feet as hands to eat. Parrots have attracted the attention of people since ancient times with their unique and eye-catching bright colors and their ability to imitate many sounds, including human or animal voices, and have been kept in parrot cages as cage birds. Parrots do not have vocal cords, but they do have vocal organs known as syrinx. Not all parrot breeds have the ability to talk. The ability to speak is not developed to the same degree in all parrot species. The Jacko parrot, also known as the gray parrot, is the parrot breed with the best speaking ability among the parrot breeds. Parrot species and all species in their subgroups may vary in size, color, and even speaking abilities. Male and female parrots with eye-catching colors are very similar to each other, and it is not possible to distinguish gender from their appearance. The only parrot species that is an exception to this situation is the eclectus parrot. The females of this species have a black beak, red head, and a blue and red body, while the males have a yellow-red beak that looks like a flame and a green body. Parrots are intelligent birds and can be trained. If education starts from an early age, many acrobatic movements, words, and even phone numbers can be taught. This is not about parrots' ability to imitate, but their ability to learn. It is known that the African gray parrot can learn and speak up to 200 words, and can even evaluate the situation and associate words. Some experts consider this parrot to have the intelligence of a 4 or 5-year-old child. Parrots, which have an active and playful nature, especially love toys that they can chew. It has been observed that the parrots observed during these actions mostly use their left feet. Although their general preference is mostly in this direction, parrots can actively use both feet. Parrots can sense music and its rhythm. One feature that makes parrots different from other bird species is that they can feel music and its rhythm. We are sure that many people have watched videos of parrots dancing to music. The largest known parrot species is the kakapo parrot. This parrot species, also known as the night parrot and native to New Zealand, is among the parrot species in danger of extinction. These parrots, which have lost the ability to fly, can reach an average weight of up to 4 kilograms. Its long lifespan makes this species among the rarest parrot species. This species lives an average of 90–95 years. But there is also an example that lives for 126 years. The kakapo parrot also differs from other species in that it is the only parrot species that is active primarily at night, is flightless, and has females that are smaller than males. Another different species among parrots is the cockatoo's parrot. This species has a specific feature that is not found in other parrot species, with the ability to move the feathers on its head. The smallest known parrot species is the pygmy parrot, also known as the dwarf parrot, which is approximately 9–10 centimeters long and weighs around 10 grams and lives in the forests of Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. The most playful and mischievous parrot species known is the key parrot. Sliding on ski slopes, gnawing ropes, sliding down water troughs, and even stealing money and belongings can be counted among this parrot's favorite things. The largest known flying parrot species is the hyacinth parrot. In general, parrots' beaks are strong, but the hyacinth parrot's beak is stronger than any other species. It can even crack a coconut. The peacock has many features. There are many people who admire the peacock for these features. Peacock is known as an animal that people are interested in and wonder many questions about. That's why people seem to have a different sympathy towards this bird. Peacocks generally eat grass and insects, so it seems that these large birds eat both meat and grass. It is quite difficult to find peacocks in their natural habitat. You should know that you often have the chance to see peacocks in zoos. Although peacocks are very beautiful in appearance, their voices are extremely repulsive. That's why people may be startled when they hear the sound of this bird, Do peacocks fly, and what are their features? Peacocks start running quickly when they receive a threat. Sometimes they may fly away. That's why peacocks can fly. The tails of peacocks that know how to fly are very colorful and large. Peacock is a species belonging to the pheasant family. The blue peacock is the national bird in India. The animal with the most beautiful tail in the world is known as the peacock. The tail of this bird has a unique structure. The tails of female peacocks are more colorless than those of males. The tails of male peacocks have a very interesting appearance. Peacocks may sleep in trees, but they hunt on the ground. Peacocks like to live in groups. Peacocks are protected to prevent extinction. Peacocks have tails that are approximately 1 meter long. The colors of these tails vary depending on the peacock species. Peacocks have a very resilient structure. For this reason, it is seen that these birds live comfortably in many places. Peacocks are among the most popular animals in zoos. Male peacocks spread their unique wings to impress females. This wing spreading moment reveals a very impressive sight. The tail colors of peacocks are generally green, dark blue, purple, and golden yellow. Peacocks try to eat everything they find in nature. That's why there are so many types of food. Grass and insect species are known as their favorite foods. Although the meat of peacocks is delicious, hunting is prohibited. The reason for this is to protect the peacock's extinction. It is also known that this animal is considered sacred in many societies. Because it has a very beautiful appearance, it has managed to become an animal that is valued in many societies. Flamingo birds are more commonly called red cranes in Anatolia. These birds are mostly seen around Denizli province in Turkey. These birds have a very striking appearance with their long, thin legs, long and curved necks, and brick-colored feathers. The red tones in flamingos' feathers are mostly due to the food they consume. Species living in areas where the amount of keratin in the food consumed by these birds is low have a lighter color. Flamingo chicks and young species have white feathers because they take in less keratin than others. The beaks of flamingo birds have a curved structure. This extremely beautiful bird species is one of the water birds. The color of flamingos' feathers is due to the keratin substance found in the foods they hunt in the water, such as crabs, shrimps, and brine shrimp. Since flamingos are a very vulnerable bird species, they mostly fly at night and choose deserted areas to breed. Each female flamingo lays 1 egg in her nest. Afterwards, the partners take turns incubating the eggs until the chicks hatch. It takes approximately a month for the babies to hatch from the eggs. At the end of this period, the babies gradually begin to emerge from their eggs. A newly hatched flamingo chick is gray in color and almost the size of a duck. Flamingo chicks are fed by their parents until they are 2 months old. After 100 days, these babies become capable of flying. Afterwards, they establish separate communities from their parents. Flamingo birds do not breed regularly every year. The reason for this is that among these bird species, there are some that lay eggs every year, as well as those that lay eggs every 3–4 years. Where does the flamingo bird live? The homeland of flamingo birds is Southern Europe, Africa, South and Central America, Southwest and Central Asia. In Europe, these birds only go to eggs when they are incubated. Flamingos prefer the south of Spain and France as their habitat. Flamingo birds also live on the border of the Netherlands and Germany. The Rosa flamingo species, which has a rose color and reaches 1 meter 30 centimeters in length, lives in this region. Flamingos are birds that like to live in communities. They choose lagoons, soda, and salty lakes as their habitat, which other animals do not prefer. These waters mostly have a shallow structure, which creates a comfortable environment for these bird species to hunt. During periods of extreme heat, they can be seen quite densely in places where they are located. Thanks to their tolerance properties, flamingo birds can be easily encountered in Agil in Denizli, Turkey. Owl is an animal that stands out with its features. Therefore, there is very interesting information about the owl. In this article, we have explained information that you have probably never heard before about the mysterious, cute, and scary owls. Owls are one of the world's most fascinating and mysterious predators. There are more than 200 species of owls that can live on every continent in the world except Antarctica. The continent where the most owl species live is Asia. On the other hand, only 19 owl species live in the wild in the United States and Canada. There is very interesting information about these birds of prey. We explained little-known information about owls, which stand out with their sharp claws and magnificent senses. You can take a look at the article we have prepared and get information about the birds in question. What are the characteristics of owls? It flies silently. It swallows its prey whole. He has a very strong sense of hearing. Has 3 eyelids. He is very successful at camouflage. They eat a lot of rodents. Some owls make a hissing sound. Goblin owl lives in cactus. Female owls are more aggressive than males. It has advanced eyesight. Not all owl species are nocturnal. Some owls may hunt other owls. They feed the strongest offspring. They cannot rotate their heads 360 degrees. It is the only bird species that can see the color blue. Although their numbers are decreasing in the concrete crowd of city life, it is still possible to see or hear an owl in a small park with a few trees. Since it is known that there are hundreds of different species of owls, one of them may be included in your neighborhood's ecosystem. Although they are actually a species of predatory bird, they can be kept as pets depending on where they live. There are many urban legends such as owl species can rotate their heads full circle, can be deadly, or work with some satanic forces. Of course, most of these legends stem from ignorance about this mysterious creature seen in the dark of the night. Let's take a closer look at some information about the owl, the mysterious creature of the nights, and see if we should really be afraid when we suddenly hear its voice. Documentary-like information about owls. The strongest owl always wins. It is false that they rotate their heads 360 degrees. Forget all the owl sounds you know. Its eyes are shaped like binoculars. They can live almost anywhere. An owl swallows its prey whole. He has the strongest ears in the world. They can fly without making a sound. A farmer's best friend is an owl. They represent both death and victory. Eagles are one of the world's most recognizable and impressive birds of prey. These magnificent birds are known for their strong structure, sharp gaze, and symbol of freedom. Here is a brief information about eagles. Eagles often attract attention with their large size and impressive wingspan. The wingspan of an adult eagle generally varies between 1.8 and 2.5 meters. However, the size of eagles can vary depending on their species. For example, the American eagle is a powerful type of eagle that is one of its main symbols. These magnificent birds generally live in mountainous regions, forests, coastlines, and watersides. It is important for them to have sufficient prey resources and suitable trees in which to nest in their natural environment. Eagles are famous for their flying skills and can quickly catch their prey by falling from a height. The feeding habits of eagles are impressive. They usually feed on fish, birds, rodents, and even other small mammals. They catch their prey with their sharp claws and tear it to pieces with their strong beaks. Eagles' exceptionally sharp vision allows them to detect prey even from a distance. During breeding periods, eagles often choose a faithful partner and stay with them for life. During the spawning period, the female eagle usually lays 1 to 3 eggs in a nest, with pairs sharing incubation duties. When the chicks hatch, the parents feed and protect them, and the baby eagles learn to fly within a few months. Eagles also attract attention with their symbolic meaning. In many cultures, the eagle is associated with power, freedom, and honor. Their graceful flight and proud stance cause people to admire and inspire. It is also important to know that their natural habitat is in danger. Habitat loss, hunting, and environmental factors can negatively impact the population of eagles. As birds of prey, eagles generally eat a carnivorous diet. Their food preferences may vary depending on their species, the region they live in, and the available prey resources. Here's a few important facts about what eagles generally eat. Many species of eagles feed on fish and catch their prey from the surface of the water. For example, Some species, such as sea eagles and ospreys, live in large bodies of water and feed on fish. These eagles usually dive to track their prey over the water and catch the fish with their sharp talons. Eagles eat a carnivorous diet. Many species of eagles feed on fish and catch their prey from the surface of the water. Species such as sea eagles and ospreys live in large water bodies and feed on fish. Eagles also hunt medium-sized birds. With their fast flying abilities, they can catch the birds they follow in the sky. Eagles also hunt various rodents. Small mammals such as rabbits and squirrels are also among the food sources. Eagles may also prefer carcasses and take on the role of cleaners in the natural ecosystem by detecting dead animals. Eagles catch and tear apart their prey using their strong beaks and sharp talons. They usually consume their prey by carrying it to tree branches or rocks. The ostrich is the largest of all birds living on Earth today. Adult males of these flightless birds, which live in Africa, can reach 2.5 meters in height and weigh up to 130 kilograms. The three closest relatives of the ostrich Struthio camellus that have survived to the present day are the crested ostrich, emu, and ostrich. You can find all three of these types as a separate entry in the encyclopedia. Additionally, moas, which once lived in New Zealand and were larger than ostrich, are also extinct relatives of these birds. The ostrich has a flat and small head and a long and bare neck. Its body is covered with black feathers. It has very showy white feathers on its wings and tail. Since these white feathers, which were used to decorate hats and clothes in the past, were very valuable, special ostrich farms were established. The ostrich is a very fast runner with its strong and thick legs. When it runs at full speed, it travels approximately 65 kilometers per hour and leaves behind even antelopes like itself that live in sandy plains and open areas. The ostrich, which relies on its strong legs to defend itself, can kick very badly when angered. Unlike all other birds, these birds have only 2 toes on their feet. Ostriches live in small groups consisting of 1 male and 4 or 5 females. Since all females in the community lay their eggs in a shallow hole in the sand, sometimes up to 15 eggs accumulate in a single hole. These white eggs, each weighing just over 1 kilogram, are larger than the eggs of not only birds, but all animals. Females take turns guarding the eggs throughout the day, and at night the male ostrich takes over this task. In fact, females keep watch to watch over the eggs, but rather than incubating them, they usually wait for the eggs to hatch on their own with the warmth of the sun and sand. Ostriches feed mostly on plants and insects. Sometimes they swallow stone pieces or hard objects they find in order to easily digest what they eat. The ostrich Struthio camellus is a flightless bird species from the family Struthionidae, native to Africa. It is the only member of the family Struthionidae and the genus Struthia. Ostriches are considered the largest living creature among birds and are bred all over the world. It is known for its long neck and legs and its runs of around 65 kilometers. The scientific name of the bird means sparrow camel in Greek. Features: ostriches generally weigh between 90 and 130 kg, with some male ostriches weighing up to 155 kilograms. The plumage of adult males is mostly black, with some white on the wings and tail. Females and young males are grayish-brown. Wings are used by males in mating displays. It also provides shade for the chicks. Feathers are soft and serve as insulation. There are claws on both fingers. The ostrich's strong legs are featherless. The bird stands on 2 toes, with the larger one resembling a hoof. This is an adaptation unique to ostriches that is thought to aid in running. He has eyes with thick black eyelashes. It has the largest eyes of all land animals. No bird other than ostriches has a urinary bladder. Nightingale bird characteristics. Where does the nightingale bird live? It is approximately 16 centimeters tall. Its weight is around 20 grams, so it is a small bird species. In terms of structure and appearance, it is very similar to the bird called the red tail. Its tail and legs are dark colored. The feathers on the coccyx and back are reddish-brown in color. The throat area of most nightingales is pale and has various colors. It has brown feathers on its head. Besides, his eyes are pitch black. It is very difficult to distinguish between male and female nightingale birds. Because the male and female of this species of birds are very similar to each other. However, the male ones attract attention with their longer wings. In nightingales that transition from infancy to adulthood, the spots around the eyes are fainter. Later, these spots are thoroughly erased and disappear. Nightingales are one of the migratory birds that live in a wide area. They feed on insects that damage various plants. Tawny owl is a species that feeds on nightingales. Nightingales have approximately 260 different songs. During mating time, males try to impress their females by singing in a different way. Females do not sing after mating until the incubation period. Male chickadees mate more often as they get older. The songs of male nightingales provide information about their physical condition. Females choose their males with these songs. Men who sing more beautifully than others can find mates more easily. Male nightingales stay with the female during the mating period, staying with only one female during this period. Nightingale nests are built by the female by collecting various bushes. The average lifespan of a nightingale is about 5 years. How do nightingales feed and hunt? If nightingales are in their natural habitat, they mostly feed on insects that damage plants. If it is kept in a cage, then it is possible to feed it with antworms and flower beetles. In addition, there are also special nightingale feeds sold in the market. Nightingales fed in cages do not have the nutritional diversity as in their natural habitat. However, with special feeds, the nightingale living in the cage can be made healthier. Can the nightingale bird be eaten? According to our religion, there is no harm in eating birds that do not feed with their claws. For this reason, it is not haram to eat the meat of the nightingale because it feeds on harmful insects and plants. What are the general physical characteristics of storks? Storks are extremely large birds. The average height of storks is 1 meter, but in some species they can go even higher. The average wingspan of storks is 180 centimeters. Again, this may increase depending on the type and age. Although storks are large birds, their weight can reach a maximum of 4.5 kilograms. All species have long legs, long beaks, and a long neck. Male storks are slightly larger than females. Storks, whose plumage is mostly white, have black spots on some of their wings and tails. The surroundings of storks' eyes are black, and their iris colors are brown or gray. Adult storks have red legs and beaks. Habitats of storks. The place where storks are seen most widely is the European continent. However, the storks here are generally scattered. In addition, Western Asia, Central Asia, East Turkestan, the Aral Sea region, Africa, India, Israel, and South Africa are the general living and migration areas of storks. 25% of the world's stork population is in Poland. Storks generally use grasslands, fields, and shallow wetlands for feeding. They stay away from tall grass and bushes. The stork population in the world began to decrease with industrialization since the 19th century. After this period, the change in agricultural methods greatly affected the living spaces of storks. As a result, stork species that survive in many natural regions have disappeared. Storks are bird species that migrate between continents during the winter months. Storks migrate to the south in late August and September and begin to return to the north in late February and March. These migration periods vary depending on the regions they live in and the regions they go to. Storks migrate in flocks. Even during breeding periods, non-breeding birds move by forming a certain group. Communication in storks. Storks are birds that communicate in an extremely interesting way. Unlike other birds chirping, storks communicate by making sounds in different tones and rhythms by clicking their beaks together. These sounds even differ between young storks and adult storks. In addition to hitting their beaks together, storks communicate in different ways with the whistle-like sound they make from their throat. These sounds of storks are very different during mating periods and in alarm situations. Sounds resembling a cat's meow can sometimes be heard in young storks. Feeding of storks. Storks have an extremely wide range of food options. Storks hunting in grasslands and shallow wetlands can hunt different animals depending on the season. These insects, worms, reptiles, amphibians, frogs, mice, moles, bird eggs, baby birds, fish, scorpions, and mollusks. Reproduction of storks. Storks build their nests on the tops of buildings or trees in places with wetlands around them. In some cases, they can turn special nest conditions prepared by humans into a nest by turning them with twigs. Storks are a type of bird that raises offspring once a year. The female stork usually lays for eggs. However, it has also been observed that this number decreased to 1 and increased to 7. After the female stork lays her eggs, she incubates them for approximately 34 days. After the hatchlings hatch, hatchlings that are considered weak are sometimes killed by their parents. Although this is rare, it is applied to puppies with a low chance of survival. While the babies are being raised, the mother and father storks feed the babies with the food they vomit. The weight of baby storks can reach 3.5 kilograms in the first few weeks. On average, they become mature in 64 days. Storks can become ready to breed at the age of 4. The average lifespan of storks is 35 years. The stork, which has been considered the oldest so far, has been found to have lived for 39 years.